Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's Power Hour. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please go ahead and type the number 1 in the chat box in that comment section. Let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. And there's my traditional 3. And guess who? All right, let me go ahead and get some of this stuff opened up here. Morning, Helen. How you doing, Brenda? Afternoon, John. I just feel like it's competing. Good afternoon. Good morning. Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me see. I probably want to do one more thing. There we go. Fantastic. All right. Well, I hope you are having a great day. I hope it's been a great trading day for you. Afternoon, PK. How are you? See who else we got in there. All right. Good. All right. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Guys, I got asked 2 weeks ago about shirts. This is a brand new one we did. Collared shirt with our embroidered logo on there. We're going to have, hopefully this will be up on our site in the next couple of weeks. I've got a meeting about it this afternoon. We'll get a little bit more information at that meeting. Everything that gets, any profits that come in from shirts goes directly to contributions, donations. We don't, Wounded Warriors, things like that. I am not looking to make money off of t-shirts, right? But I know a bunch of you have asked. We've probably got 40 or 50 different shirts created already. It's just a matter of getting it onto the website and getting it all connected and working. So I'll let you guys know as that comes to fruition. All right, keep in mind everything we do is for educational purposes only. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. If you like what you see, guys, make sure you go ahead and follow along with us in the various social platforms that we've got out there. There are a ton of things that we put out there on a regular basis. We actually brought somebody brand new on that started today, a new hire for us, Mary Rose. She's going to be doing a bunch of different things, including some additional social posts that we're not doing now. So I'm looking forward to that. E-Mini Think Tank Q&A, that would be November 28th. I think that is tonight, right? That's Brandon. If you're an E-Mini Think Tank, you need to be there. You don't have to do anything but show up. You're going to be registered automatically for it. As long as you're a subscriber, it doesn't matter if you're on a trial, weekly, monthly, makes no difference. As long as you're a member, you will have access. You'll be registered automatically for this, and you'll get some email links today for it. Inner Circle monthly meeting is coming up on November 30th. That is this week, Wednesday night, I believe that is. I'm teaching that. Then we've got Trade Watch Alerts. Yes, Trade Watch Alerts. Amelia is doing it. She's teaching a live training. And this is going to be on December 1st. I think that's Thursday. Is that right? 30. Yeah. 29:30. Yeah. I'm doing fingers here to count. 30 days in the month. That's on Thursday, guys, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. I am so excited for that training. I'm looking forward to it. You got Trading You coming up, Patterns in a Flash coming up. Those are both next week. Mastermind group this Tuesday night. Mañana, I teach there. Free online workshops. Of course, you've got Power Hour here on track, and then Trading Coaches Playbook, both on the regular schedule, as is Power Option Plays, Covered Call Explorer, and E-Mini Think Tank. All right, so let's see. Scott said I'll be buying a shirt as soon as they are available. There you go, Scott. Appreciate that. Guys, what trades did you do? Drop them in. It is that time before I even get to it. PK is already dropping in what he's done for the day. Go ahead and do that. Drop in your trades. I'd also like to know, what are your thoughts on the Market Mornings format? Guys, let me know what you think of that. We've been spending a lot of time trying to perfect how we use as little of your time that we can, minimize hours as well, but as little of your time to still give you the same number of candidates. Nothing's changed. 5, 6, 10 candidates a day. It just depends on what's available. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. And what we're doing with it is, and that came up in a meeting today, a discussion today. One of the things that my team is working on is we're building out a page that you're going to get an email every morning, excuse me, that says, hey, the Market Mornings is ready. Now, if you just check a little bit before that, you may see it, right? But you'll know exactly what time it is because you'll get that email. Usually around 8:30 or so is when that email will come through. And that email is going to say, video's ready. Go click on the link to go there. You'll click on a link. It'll take you to one of our internal pages, and you can watch the video right there without having to go to YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn or anywhere else to find it, right? So make sure when we get that out there, and I'm just kind of warning you, or not warning you, wrong word. It's kind of setting you up that this is what we're looking to do. This is where we're going next with it, is that, right? Let's see here. PK said it's much quicker and to the point, and no, we're lucky to get you in the morning. Yeah, well, I appreciate that, PK, very much. I mean, I like doing it. I love doing the live class. It just, it was interfering with my own trading, right? By the time I got it done, and then we got it processed, and I was answering questions, and by the time we got everything complete, it was just getting a little too close to my own trading getting done. So we had to make an adjustment there. I can't have it affecting that. So Linda, it's no longer under live. It is just going to show up as a video on our page. Are you logged in here, Sean? To it. Let me see something here. Let me move that over. Let me try this. So bear with me a second. Here, so I don't know what that is, but I just went over, and this is from today. Now this is on Sean's, but if you go over and just search wealthbuildershq.com, well, Wealth Builders HQ, go under videos. Yeah, they recently did the live, and I'm not a fan of what they've done with that live. Okay, so you could see the video from today, right? 3 hours ago. Okay, so there it is, right? There it is. You've got it right there. Let me just put that inside of there, so we'll keep that open if need be. But that's how you would find it, at least from YouTube is where we've got to put it. But we're working on the page now. A couple more days, we should have it done, maybe a week. And that page is going to host the video in a player, and every day it'll be the exact same link. Nothing's going to change. Correct, Sean? That's right. Nothing's going to change. It'll be the exact same link. wealthbuildershq.com/Market Mornings with Robert Roy. I don't know. Whatever it is. Okay. MMWRR. Right? Whatever we call it, it'll be that page if you save it in your favorites. But the email list it's all we're going to do is email you about that. Hey, this is done. That's all that does if you say, yes, I'm interested in it. Right? Let's see. All right. We got a couple of trades there. What Jeff said, love that. Yeah, that'd be good. All right. Daniel said, I appreciate your market mornings being brief, and email and a link bypassing YouTube is a great idea. Go. Anything not to deal with YouTube, right? PK said, I do miss the interaction with the other attendees and the trades they did the day before. Yep, and that was the trade-off, PK, right? That was my toughest part, was that, right? Because I knew that was going to go away by shifting this over to a recorded version of it, right? Let's see. Linda said, I tried this morning and the newest was 2 days ago. It would be great if it got easier to get to. Appreciate you doing this in the mornings. Yep. So we're working on it now, and definitely will have it for you guys. It's not if, it's just a matter of when. Karen said, I'm actually better with this setup. Yeah, there you go. And again, trade-offs, right, Karen? I like the interaction. I like the conversation, right? The back and forth, some would ask questions, right? Doing it for myself, it's okay. And when I say with myself, by myself, right? Just me, not talking to anybody in particular. It's always more fun for me that way. So, all right, let me shift back here for now. Wrong one. There we go. All right. So guys, Brandon taught a live event in New York, online, a day in the life of an online trader, right? Where he went through how he starts off his mornings every day, pre-market prep. He went through what he trades in futures, what he trades in equities, how he does his spreads, how he does all of it. And we put it into a nice series. And you have a very short time to pick this up at 50% off of its regular price. And it's an early bird special, folks. Do not doubt me on this. Sean, we need to get a countdown timer on here, or a clock, an end date on here, right? And you'll see a countdown timer on the page. We'll talk to Nick, Sean, about that today. You'll see when you go to the actual page that houses this when you go to purchase it. Excuse me. But 50% off, you need to use the code online life, which check the capital letters, right? You need to make sure those are in place, and you will get this at half price, guys. Very limited time. It's only going to be up for a couple of weeks at most before it goes to regular price. So take advantage of it. We did, Sean and his team got it all done. There you go. Lee dropped in a link to that, folks. So, jump in and take a look at it if you have an interest. Whoops. For it. And he put the coupon code in there for you as well. Perfect. Good. All right. I don't want to go into that trade yet. Let's see what you guys did today. All right. So I got to scroll back up because I asked a bunch of questions along the way. So let me see. PK said 14% rate of return, Apple spread from market mornings. Nice. Rate of return 11%. There you go. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. It's that time of year. PK, I love it. Absolutely love it. Fantastic, man. Where is it? Follow Rob's rules. Follow Rob's rules. Right? There you go. Great job, PK. Great job, great job, great job. Let's see. John said, naked put NTNX and Wheel of Fortune, Baidu cash flow, $1,000. I love it, baby. Great job. Great job. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yoda loves it too. You guys like my Yoda? Can you see him in the picture? I can't see him. I got to go all camera. There we go. Got my Yoda up there. I talk about, and in all seriousness, sincerity, whatever you want to say, when I teach a newer trader, and when we do one-on-ones, and I still do one-on-ones with traders that either A, come here for a full day, or B, we do it online over a 2-day period. And when they do, and they come here and we go through that, I talk about, one of the things I talk about is pretending whoever the trader is that you find affects your life. What I mean by that is you follow his system, you do what he or she does, right? What they do, pretend that they're on your right shoulder and they are talking into your right ear, telling you what to do. That's why Yoda is there over my right shoulder talking to me. I think, some of the things that that Yoda comes up with are outstanding, right? Some of his quotes. So who do you have on your right shoulder? That's who's on mine, right? Along with Ryan and Brandon and Tony and Amelia and so forth, okay? All right, so let's get this back to screen. Let's see. So great job there, John. Appreciate that. Small loss, Paula said on SPY call. Met a 30% big put. Nice. Good job, Will. Good job. Let's see. Sandy said, fill the gap on SPY and AMD. Woo, I love it, baby. I love it. Let's see. PK said, that'll stick in my head. Follow Rob's rules. Awesome trade. Yeah, and here, guys, listen. That came from goodness gracious, I'm mixing up Romeo and Roman. Roman, who brought these little buttons for everybody that attended our Trader Super Summit not long ago, and it's harder to hear it here. Right? That was me doing Follow Rob's rules, right? Recording it. He has this on his desk and he hits it every time before placing the trade. We now put it on our sound deck here where I could press it anytime I choose for that. So glad you like it there, PK. There you go, Rick. Every time they have a oh goodness gracious. And Rick's got ROFLMAO, right? I saw a post yesterday on my phone. It was on Instagram, I think. And it was a video and it was a kid saying, a mom saying to a kid, her son, what does IDK mean? And he goes, I don't know. And she goes, what the hell is going on? Doesn't anybody know what it means? True story. This was yesterday. Right after we got done and putting up our Christmas tree. There you go. I appreciate it, Will. Yeah, it's a baby Yoda, right? It's baby Yoda. All right. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Good. Good, 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 good. So let's see what Amelia had go off today. Whoop. All right. So the very first one was a bear call spread on the Qs. Now she did 3 contracts on the Qs. She originally took in a 36-cent credit on a $1 risk. So guys, if you take $1 of risk, that is called, write this down if you're not familiar with it, right? Or with it. And you should be asking these questions in Amelia's Trade Watch alerts, which Lee, you know what I want you to do? Lee, drop a link in there. Who we got in here with us today? Lee, is Suzanne in here with us today? I can't tell because I see 2 of me. And I don't think I'm here twice.
No, 3 of us are
Okay.
here.
Got it. All right. So here's what I want to do. All right. Trade Watch alerts. Right. 119 for the month, 279 for the quarter. Here's what I'm going to do. Guys, the quarterly comes with a 2-week trial. Correct, Sean? You got a 2-week trial on that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So we got a quarterly comes with a 2-week trial. Here's Lee. Go ahead and see if you can't get me a coupon made for this. See if you can't get me a coupon made for this right now to drop this down to $2.49 a quarter. $2.59. Sorry, $2.59 a quarter. Guys, here's what's going to happen. This is good for today only, right? Lee, it needs to expire today. Here's why I'm doing this. Amelia is doing a live training this week. If you are a subscriber, you get it for free. The only way you get into this for free is you have to go into the quarterly. We don't offer a free on the monthly, although you're welcome to subscribe to the monthly to get her training as well. But if you go into the quarterly at $2.59, and Leo get that coupon for us, hopefully we can get that made quickly. You get in there at $2.59, get registered. If you don't want to stay there after that, you got 2 weeks of the training, 2 weeks of the subscription. You got the free training coming up this week, which is included in the Trade Watch alerts bonus. So you want to take advantage of that without a doubt. If anybody, very good point, Karen. If you have Trade Watch alerts, do nothing, guys. You're already in, you're registered. What I'm trying to do is to show you where you might be making a mistake if you are not in. Karen, how long have you had Trade Watch alerts, and what do you think of it? All right, Lee is working on getting that coupon created. Excuse me. Karen said a long time, 4 years in Trade Watch alerts, and her comment was excellent. Just one word, excellent. Gives me the top stocks to trade, and that's what she does every single morning for you. Every trading day, she's out there. Amelia was away on vacation, and she's putting these things out there every single day. All right, making sure that you guys get it. All right. Jeff said phenomenal. It will cost you nothing. Your credit card will not be charged. You have a 2-week trial in there. Take the 2-week trial, take the free training coming up. If you like it, do nothing, and we'll go ahead and you'll be registered at $2.59 a month, and it will stay at that. If you don't like it, send us an email, say I want to cancel, and we'll take care of it, no questions asked, okay? Karen said no price increase. That's the best. Thank you. Yes, we don't raise the price on it, guys. If you are a current, I just had this conversation with somebody today, that if you remain a current, and that's the key word, remain, not I go and I stop for a month or 2 and come back. No. You have to remain a current subscriber. As long as you remain a current subscriber, we will never raise the price on it. And this has gone up from a lot from where it was, probably 40% increase from where it was. All right. So definitely take advantage of it. So Lee's going to work on that coupon. Sean, let me know if you see it come through that I miss it when he sends it, when he drops that in. Okay, so let me take this down for now. So back to the Qs. So what I said was, and I started to teach you this strategy thinking she's going to teach this week when you're in class, but the $1 is the maximum risk in the trade. And that's what you need to write down, max risk. not your risk. That's the maximum risk. The most that anybody could ever lose on this trade is $1. Unless you really, 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 really screwed up, then you could lose more. But follow Rob's rules. Follow Rob's rules and you'll be fine. Okay? So dollar is the maximum risk, but she took in 36 cents of credit. So if you take the 36 away from the dollar, what does that give me? 64? That means, now write this down, max risk, $1. Your risk, no, max risk, $1, credit, 36 cents. Your risk, 64 cents. Take the dollar, subtract the 36 cents, and that is your maximum risk in this trade. Okay? You with me so far? Well, so she took in 36 cents. The most it could cost her if she's wrong is 64, right? She wound out of the trade. Now, she got in at 9:49 and got out at 10:23. So what are we looking at there? 33 minutes she wrote on her chart right here in the middle, bottom line there. Bought the 287.86 bear call spread back for 14 cents, 34% rate of return in 33 minutes. So she got 36 cents in and she gave 14 cents back to end her obligation in the trade. All right? Magnifique, beautiful, awesome, fantastic, whatever words you want to use, okay? Whatever words you want to use. She was in and out of this trade in 33 minutes and made 34% rate of return. Oh, but Rob, it's only what, 25 cents, whatever the numbers came out to be? No. No, don't do that. It's 34%. You only had $64 at risk if you did one contract. If you want a higher rate of return, do more contracts. That's all it is. It's a numbers game. It's all a numbers game. All right? So that was trade number one. Trade number two, she did a vertical spread on SPY. So she took two key positions, the SPY and the Qs, and that's what she traded them today. Right? So on SPY, she did a credit spread at 9:43 this morning. She took in 35 cents of credit. She got out of the trade, and there's a $1 risk, 401, 402, maximum risk. Credit, 35 cents, maximum risk. The difference, take $1 and subtract the 35. Your risk, 65 cents. That's $65 to do one contract. Just under $200, $195. Yeah, $195 if you did the three that Amelia did here, right? She got 29% in 39 minutes. It's an amazing rate of return. It really is. It is an amazing rate of return what she did there, right? So when you look, we had a couple of candidates go out today, guys, and you're going to find ones on market mornings that credit spreads worked, other ones that they never gave you any real premium. You get a stock that gaps up $10 or $12, it may be harder to get good premium. You may have to play with the spreads a little bit, meaning the different strike prices. You may have to make some adjustments to it. But we lay every single step of that out, right? Just like Amelia does, every single step of that out. Right? For me today, it was all about managing the positions. I took some of the covered call trades from Covered Call Explorer from last week. I did some last week as well, but I needed the setup, so I got some bounces today. Google, Amazon, Tesla. Those are my big three every week. Those are cash flowing for me every single week. Naked puts on Tesla, naked puts on Google. I don't have all that I want there. Naked puts Tesla, naked puts Google. Covered calls Tesla, covered calls Google, covered calls Amazon. My week is done. I got enough credit there, enough premium that I could live off it for the week if I needed to. Right? That's it. You're done. Right? Now, you may only have 100 shares of Amazon and or Google, right? And you're bringing in, 35, 40 cents on it, 50 cents, 70 cents. It's not enough for you to cover your month, but it's enough to give you a couple percentage points a month on renting that stock out for something you don't have a whole lot to do. Right? I set up my targets. I set up my stops. So if I sold the option and I took in 50 cents, I'm going to have an order in place to buy it back for a nickel. If it goes against me, I'm going to use the chart. I'm going to use the price on the stock to determine if the stock gets to this price, get me out of the trade. Now, whatever the cost of the option is, right? Easy peasy, very simple process of what to do. Set it up. Walk away. I have nothing to do with it the rest of the week. I'll get an email or a pop-up on the screen, a text message that goes, oh, by the way, you're out of your trade. Oh, what did I get? What happened? And if I missed all of that, I'll get an email from TradeStation that says, here are your transactions for today. But I didn't do anything today. Yeah, you did. You got taken out of your stop or hit a target on one of the trades, right? So Amelia, great job. Those of you that put your trades in, also fantastic job. Very impressed, everybody. Very impressed. I love the numbers that I'm seeing out there from you. I think I've said it once before. I might have said it just in a circle. I don't remember. We're in the process of putting together an insiders club, is what I'm thinking of calling it. And basically what it's going to be is, I'll give you an example. If you make in your trading account, funded, not non-funded only, this is funded, right? If you make in your trading account, when you make your first $1,000, right, we're going to have an award for you for hitting that, right? We will cover it. We will pay for it. We will send it to you. No cost at all. We'll make a big deal out of it for you. We've got a couple of surprises along with it. And then there'll be some progressions from there. And I don't know exactly what they are yet. Maybe it's 10,000, and maybe it's 50,000 and 100,000 and two. I don't know. But each one will come with a different award for achieving that level, right? I'm excited because so many of you have sent in. I mean, you got guys like Chris, who's, in one of the classes, pipes in that says, I haven't seen his brokerage statements yet, that he hit his first six-figure week. All right. And this is in this market just a few weeks ago, his first six-figure week. All right. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Okay. So, and others that just, hey, Rob, I did my first trade and I was profitable. Right. I'm looking forward to that type of stuff and to be able to recognize people for doing that, for hitting that. Right. So we're working on them right now. Yeah. Chris did a great job with that, PK. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. How you making out there, Lee? What do we got going on here? All right, just checking time. All right, let's talk about, well, before we go to 2023, let's look at the chart first. Let's look at the SP 500 first. Right? That really is the big one for me right now. Let me start my intraday. Right? Okay, there we go. There we go. So Lee just dropped it in, everybody. So if you have an interest in the Trade Watch alerts and you're not a current subscriber, it's only for someone that's not a subscriber. There's a coupon code day trades, one word. It's in the notes, capital D, capital T. So capital D on day, capital T on trades. Okay. Just had to make sure there weren't two D's or T's in there. And go ahead and use that coupon code to reduce it down to $259. And no charge now on the quarter, and this only works for the quarterly. And no charge now, and you get a 2-week trial along with Amelia's training class coming up this week. So check it out. Do not pass go. Do not miss it. I know Will typed in. Here we go. Cyber Monday special. Yep. There you go. Absolutely. All right. So beautiful. So where are we? So let's go ahead and bring this in a little bit. All right. I love when this thing does this. All right, Sean. What keys am I hitting to get the function keys to work again? Or to revert back where I don't have to press a function key? Function escape. All right, let's try that. There we go. Thank you. I say it all the time. Sean is McGee. I'm Gibbs. If you don't know what that is, go check out NCIS. All right. Sean is amazing at what he does with the technical aspect. So today, crushing move again. What's going on? Oil was down dollars today in the pre-market, right? Just down under $74 here. It's just awesome, right? I wish that would have happened a week ago when I negotiated the oil contract for our heating oil for this winter, right? But we've got a really good number. I was impressed with what we were able to get. But we're down, guys. But what is it? So those of you that are in power option plays, those of you that are in Inner Circle and or Mastermind Group have seen me teach on this, right? If this was right now, what ranking would you give the S&P 500? Right now, what rank would it get? And we've got a very simple ranking system. It's a 1, a 2, or a 3. What rank, assuming the close of the market, of course, right? Everybody that's typing it in, right? Let's see. Trader Will, PK, Karen, Jennifer, Amos, right? All know Scott, right? And so on. I can't catch them all now, guys. They're going too fast, right? All know it is a 1. What is a 1? What are you talking about? We have a confluence of a moving average and a Fibonacci level within a certain distance of each other. This is a 1. What does that mean? If this were a stock and the market is, let's say it closes here, and tomorrow morning we open and it doesn't really gap big up or down from here, I'm looking at this as one of the first stocks that I am looking at. What it tells me is right now, from a market standpoint, the market is exactly where I want it to be. There's a confluence and a fib, and I want you to think of this as you've got a floor, all right? And the floor is made out of cardboard, right? Or no, let's not say cardboard. Let's say the floor is made out of 2 pieces of sheetrock, right? Strong, but how strong is it if you have to walk across it and it's a 100-foot drop, right? Probably not going to be real excited about walking on that. It's okay. I could do it cautiously, slowly, right? But now when I get the moving average there, it's like we got rid of the sheetrock or kept the sheetrock and put plywood on top of it, right? 3/4 inch thick plywood, ain't no way we're falling through that sucker, right? And I'm not saying we won't drop below there, but we have a much stronger support when we have a confluence of 2 things happening together. That's what we see right now happening with the way the market is setting up. If the market is doing this, I'm looking for multiple stocks here. I'll give you an example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 stocks over the weekend that today were number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 that were a number 2. Right? Together, 13 of our stocks are the ones that I want to focus on right out of the gate today. The 7, that's 2 fingers, Rob. 7, that's first and foremost because they were a 1. If they haven't gapped from where they were, they are the first candidates to look at today. Guys, and you can see, I don't know what you could really read on it, but it's the highlights. The highlights here are what we're talking about, okay? That's where it is. So I love the position the S&P is in right now. Now, with that being said, if you look at the bigger picture, we're still in an overall bearish pattern. Yes, we are in a short-term bullish trend. We got a moving average cross of the 8 up through the 21 back here in the end of October, right? The 8 finally crossed up through the 55, and then the 21 crossed through the 55 here November 16th or so, okay? And then from there, see, herein lies the problem. What would we call what's going on right now? What pattern do I call that? And I don't want to share, I don't want to put anything on the screen yet because I don't want to give it away. And I'm talking about from where we gapped up. Forget this candle. What's happening right here? What's happening right in here? What is that? Right, Barry. So what do I call it? Yes, those of you that are saying a double top, you're right. It is a double top. Watch. If I grab the rectangle tool, does that help any of you with that? Now what is it? I haven't used it in a while. Maybe that's it. It is the dreaded. There we go. There we go. You started typing it in already. It is the dreaded box of neutrality. Write it down. Dreaded box of neutrality. Guys, when you see a stock, the market in that sideways pattern, we're waiting for a breakout. For me to say, yes, we're bullish again would not be a bounce above this fib line. It would be a breakout of this upper level. And I would want to bring that down just a little bit. So I hit the wick and call that the top of the box. And all I'm trying to do is identify a couple of points. I know it's not perfect. It never will be, right? This is trading. It's not winning, it's trading. Nothing's perfect. It's like fishing. You don't drop your line in the same exact spot at the same time of the day and you get a fish, right? Well, I did it yesterday at 12:18. Today I should get, no, it doesn't work that way. No different here, right? So we're in this dreaded box of neutrality. We're in that zone, as it were, right? Yes, it is a double top pattern, although some would argue with me about it, and they have on LinkedIn, that it's not a double top. But it is, okay? So you can call it a channel, but we're inside of that zone. We're neutral right now. And if you look, right, our moving averages had a nice steep pattern here, and then we kind of drifted off a little bit. That 2-day move up had a nice move, but if you look at our bigger time frames, right, we're not as far apart. We were spreading apart here, and we're starting to level off. And that leveling off is because we're doing that sideways pattern. Okay, so let me just make sure I didn't miss anything there. All right, good. And it is, there you go, Barry. It is a pressure cooker. That's exactly it. We look at that pressure cooker, that dreaded box of neutrality for the breakout, up or down, right? Up or down. So we're in a neutral pattern on the S&P right now, but still in a bullish bias because of where we're located. So the move up does not make us bullish, but it does give you a bounce, and it does give you some room up to the top of that rectangle there, which is 40-30, we'll call it. And remember, not that far ahead. Whoops. What did I do? Not that far ahead. Nope, it didn't like that at all. Let's see. There you go. You've got this 4181 fib level right here. All right, we're getting close with it. I'm not saying we're going to hit it, not going to hit it at this point at all. All I'm saying is it's there. That 4181 is a major resistance level right now. It was a major support level before we broke, right? It is a critical Fibonacci level on the Fib number series line, okay? So we want to be cognizant that that level is there, and we want to know every resistance above our head. We've got this downtrend line, we've got this Fib line, and then we've got the 4181 above head. Right? If we get a bounce, that's what we're looking at, right? Where we're headed to next. But I want you to keep something in mind always and forever, right? When you look at the weekly chart, we're still in a bearish pattern. We have been for months. When you look at a monthly chart, we're in that same bearish pattern for months, in that downward moving pattern. We have not been able to break out of that downtrend line on the weekly or the monthly. Now, that doesn't say don't trade this position right now or don't be bullish right now. It doesn't say that. It says that the trades need to be condensed or compressed in time. They need to be compressed in time. They need to be smaller, meaning how long I plan on being in that trade, right? Because you don't have a clear path of bullishness just yet. We break out and start running to the upside, ka-ching, baby, I'm all over it. I would much rather do swing than day trades. Day trades work. They're nice, but I would rather put my order in and get filled and take 4 contracts off the table, then 3, then 2, then 1. And by the time you get rid of the 1, it made more money than the other 9 combined together, right? That is a trade I like to take. Nothing wrong with the day trades. We do 2 different types purposely because one type of trade, one system or a system that has one trade setup only cannot work in every market condition. The stuff we do through power option plays, which we teach elements of all of that in Inner Circle and in Mastermind Group, right? Those components, that duality of systems works because it works based on market condition. We use the trade setup based on the market condition itself. All right, let's see what you guys got in here. Let's see. Amos said, we also have the downtrend line above. We stick our head out above it, hit the line, and say, I don't like it here. Right. And then collapse right from there. That's exactly correct, Amos. Yep. 1,000,000%. You are spot on with that. Kind of what I'm looking at. Let me see. So, okay. I missed it. So I missed Sean's in there. Would it make sense to do an iron condor around the dreaded box of neutrality? And Amos typed in kind of what I'm looking at. Yes. So there's 2 different ways, Amos, of looking at this, right? If we go back to the daily chart, there's 2 different ways of looking at that. You can A, take the bear call spread off of the, as we roll off the top, and B, or part of A, and then take the bull put spread on the bottom, right? Or the other way to do it is you split the box in half. And at the midpoint, you do the bear call and the bull put spread together. It's really a comfort level. I like legging into them, meaning the bear call first and then the bull put spread, or the bull put first and then the bear call. I like doing one spread first when it's near resistance and rolling over, or near support and bouncing up. Either one of those, right? And if you really want to take advantage of it, if it hits resistance and rolls over, sell your call first. Don't leave the computer. Sell your call first and buy your long leg after, where you'll buy it at a lower price, which just gives you a greater profit potential in the trade. And you do the same thing as it bounces off of the support level at the bottom, right? So a lot of opportunity there for these trades. So guys, we talked about, think about this. We talked about the market, did a comparison of daily, weekly, and monthly. I let you into the confluence that we use in the ranking system and taught you what that number one rank was today. We're talking about the dreaded box of neutrality and how to go about trading it, utilizing a strategy where you get paid, where there's no way on expiration day that the stock can close above the upper line and below the bottom line at the same time. So no matter what, one of those two sides locks in profit, right? All of that in a free training, right? Guys, are you getting some good stuff out of today? Give me a thumbs up. Come on now. We don't have a like button, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby. Light my fire. Make it real easy on you. Not many ones. Wow, I guess not. Maybe I need to cut back on what I do. Appreciate that, Amos. Lots of thumbs up. Very much appreciated. Power out, always good. Thanks, Will. Oh, lots of stars there from PK. I appreciate that. Good. Listen, guys, I'm here, I'm the only one talking. Sean's over there with a headset on, listening to what he's doing, making sure that I'm not making mistakes and keeping us all the wheels on the tracks and everything else. So I'm not really talking with you guys, right? So this is a way of me at least getting some feedback to make sure that you're happy with what we're doing in here, right? Because if not, it makes no sense for us to do it. We got to do something different, or not have you spend your time here if you're not getting something out of it. So excellent. All right. So there we are, S&P 500, right? So if we look back then at what to expect in 2023, expect some stuff's going to happen, guys. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, right? There is a lot of pieces of this puzzle that we don't have an answer to, right? We still don't have an answer on what's going on politically with House/Senate, right? We're still trying to figure out who's in charge where, who's got what. Come January, I think with the new control of the Senate, there's going to be a different direction where we go. Certainly the spending may be curbed a little bit from where we were. It definitely would be different if it was a Democrat-controlled Senate, right? So, I mean, a House, right? Definitely would be different there. Whether you like it or not, guys, it doesn't matter. We're talking about the market, what to expect in 2023. This is market. I don't care if you like it or not. It's what you got to deal with, okay? You may not like that New York has no cash bail, but you got to deal with it, okay? So when you look at what's going on politically, we don't have an answer there yet. You look at now China. Just today, the drop in oil. We got JD got hit again first thing in the morning. Net got hit again first thing this morning. Two of the biggest movers pre-market every day for the S&P, right? Which are both Asian stocks, right? So because of their lockdowns and the civil unrest that's going on over there, right? People are angry. I mean, just angry about what's happening now. That can have a major effect on many things, such as, can we get through this year's need of energy without getting these huge price increases, right? I saw price drops today at the pump on my way into the office. There are two major gas stations I passed on the way in. Both of them were down 10 cents a gallon from where they were. It's a beautiful thing. Keeping in mind, New York the state tax has been lifted. I don't know when they put it back, but they lifted the state tax for now to help ease the burden on New Yorkers. But that's not the case in most states, right? Not the case in most states at all. All right. From there, you've got the war in Ukraine and Russia, right? We have absolutely no idea what's going on with that. Now there's talks of we're not going to be giving money to Ukraine any longer, or cutting back on it, or actually being able to see like bills of receipts, a bill to prove that you bought it and not that you bought some oligarch's house or something. And I don't know right or wrong if this stuff is happening or not, but the rumors are certainly out there of it, right? But will it affect what goes on in the market? Yes, all of this does. On top of that, how does inflation and interest rates play into the picture? Okay. From myself, here, I had a meeting last week with a gentleman that is from the other side of the pond, right, in London. His name is Patrick. Great guy. Had a phenomenal conversation with him. And he teaches economics, lower level, but he teaches it when it comes to markets and such. He teaches at, I think, Cambridge. He does a class over there that he's got in process right now. He's an amazing Forex trader, right? And we start talking back and forth of where we see the economy, what do we see happening in the markets. He talked stronger for Europe because that's where he is. I talked more for here. I also have him in my own mastermind group, one of them I'm into, in my own that I am a member of, not Wealth Builders Mastermind, one that I'm a member of, someone in there that we would call the economist, right? He's our professor in there. And we have a lot of conversations about these types of things. And one of them has been lately, what do we see happening in the market? Where do we see interest rates? Where do we see, inflation and all of that? Right now, we've got CPI and PPI coming out. I don't know if it was this week or next week, but it wasn't today. That I know for sure. Right? We got CPI and PPI coming out, and they're both coming out before the Fed rate hike, which we're going to get a hike. It's just a matter of how much. The impression right now, I believe, is higher to 50% than it is to 75. But if the CPI and PPI, which consumer price index CPI, producer price index PPI, okay, they both came down last month. It costs less for producers to make something, and it costs less for consumers to buy something. If we get another drop in that, that would be a major coup to us, signaling that things are looking better, right? And that may trigger the Fed to leave it at a 0.5 point increase instead of kicking it back to another 3/4, right? But then you've got these outlier Fed, like Bullard, I think it was, that came out and said, we need to see between 5 and 7% increase up to, right? 5 to 7% total increase in the market, meaning our interest rate goes to that before we can curb inflation. Well, for us to get up to 7%, that's massive, right? But the expectations, mine, as well as Patrick, who I talked to from the other side of the pond, and the gentleman that's in my mastermind, are 2023, we're going to still see slowdown in the beginning of 23. We're seeing some layoffs take place. Amazon, Meta, big companies laying a good amount of people off, right? I don't think that's going to curb itself. I think it's going to get worse. I think it will be used by businesses to try to take back control of if I can't work from home, I'm not working any longer. I think they'll be, where possible, right? You can't be a nurse and work from home. Well, I guess you can, teledoc, right? But can't be a nurse at a hospital and work from home, or a doctor in a hospital and work from home, right? You need to be in the hospital, because I'm not traveling from where I am to where you are in your home for you to look at me. And you probably don't have the stuff there to fix me up anyway, okay? So with all the layoffs and all of that, guys, you see all these pieces to the puzzle? All of this to tell you, until we see a directional change in what's going on first in the weekly S&P 500 chart, the weekly's got to change first. We could see we start to shift out of that bearish downtrend. And if I take us back in there for a second, and we look at the weekly, right? So what am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for this to break out of the downtrend. That would be the first signal. Get out of the downtrend. But we're not out of the downtrend until what? Just getting up here could be, Amos made a comment too before, and the way I talk about it is, it's like poking your head through the top of the trees in a forest. You climb up the tallest tree, you stick your head out above the top and go, wow, this is pretty cool. Okay, I'm done. And you go right back down, right? So when you look at the chart right here, okay, and you see that we break above that downtrend line. Yes, we broke the downtrend line, but we're not there yet. Realistically, we need to break the 4181. We need to break the 50 percentile. We need to break the 618. Actually, we don't need to break the 618. We need to have a higher close than we did right here. That to me is the signal of, all right, things are a shifting. Well, is that going to happen in a week, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks? Probably not. Can we still see, can we still see some bullish runs taking place in here? Absolutely. And I will trade every single pullback that I can get my hands on. I will trade it. I will be looking at bounces today on SPY in the afternoon session to see if anything is coming off of this major confluence level that's happening right here. Right now, notice I dropped in that black line, by the way, when I split that dreaded box of neutrality in half. I dropped in that midpoint. That's right where the 8 moving average is. Go figure how that happened. Really? Yes. Okay. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, what we're talking about with economy, inflation, all that stuff, and how we look at trading the market, that right there could be a $299 1 hour class, just telling you how to trade this. In other words, keep coming back to Power Hour. Okay. So let's see what you guys dropped in there. Yep, there you go, Karen. Absolutely. I'm with you. Let's see. Diane said many nurses in Michigan have resigned and taken on-call or roaming status for way more money. So my future son-in-law is a nurse, engaged to my daughter, who is a nurse. He has just got accepted into 2, very proud of him, 2 CRNA schools. So basically a nurse anesthesiologist. I don't know the right pronunciation of it, but administering anesthesia as the nurse, right? Which basically the anesthesiologist comes in and says, this is what you got to give, and they leave. And then they leave it to the nurse to sit with that patient. And the doctor, the anesthesiologist rather, is the one that does, 4 or 5 patients at one time, right? They're kind of the overseer of it. He can work, but he right now has night shift. So his first year he's allowed to work. His next 2 years he's not allowed to. So he is leaving his night shift. He's putting his papers in to leave, and he's going to go on what they call flex shift here, which what Diana's talking about, where they pay more money. And starting nurses here in New York, at least in the Northwell system, are close to $100,000 when you start out at night. Right out of college, no experience, close to $100,000 a year, right? So I hear you, Diane. Amos said, do we have 2 legs down at this point or 3? You talking about on SPX on which chart, Amos? We're looking at the weekly. I didn't see when you typed it in. Sorry about that. And this doesn't even give me a time frame of when. Guys, in the meantime, weekly, okay. In the meantime, drop in the stocks that you want me to take a look at. We've got a few minutes left. Yeah, nurse anesthesiist. Yeah, so what PK said, CRNA, I know that, okay? That I've got memorized at this point. But it changes their status a little bit with what he's able to do. So let's go back and look at that weekly chart, and then let's go look at the stocks that you want me to take a look at. So, I mean, this is really first leg down here. This is second leg down here. This is the third leg down here, okay? So, yeah, it's 3. All right, so Henry is asking me to look at PayPal. All right, PYPL. Let me go ahead and get all symbols. All right, and then we'll bring PayPal up. All right. Drop in the candidates you guys want to look at. Let's see. So overall, we're in a bearish bias. Henry, we're at a 3 rank right now on it. Not impressed at all. But today, so where were we? Yeah, PayPal, we were at a 3, right? As of yesterday. But Henry, look what happened today. We opened up, we stretched up to that 82.12, and we failed. So if, as we moved up to that fib line, we pulled back a little bit, retested it and dropped, perfect opportunity. It shifted that 3 rank to a 1. because moving average, fib line, same location, right? Boom, take the trade, off we go, all right? So look at that 76.5 as the next downside target, Henry. All right, I hope that helps. Let me know. Right, Amos said 3 to 5 legs per trend is fairly normal. That is correct, guys. Yes, Amos is spot on. Seeing that when you get 3 to 5 legs, either up or down, is a normal move, right? You'll get some that go more. You'll get some that are less, okay? But that's exactly what we're looking for there. Or looking at there is that, okay? Lee, can you go ahead and drop in that link one more time to TradeWatch alerts along with the code there? All right, and then drop in the link also, if you would please, to Brandon's training. Right, both great deals, folks. Take advantage of them. And actually, yeah, both good deals. Take advantage of them. Right, there you go. I appreciate that, Lee. Thank you. All right, so Karen is asking for Apple. Let's look at that. This is the last one we've got in there, guys. So if you have others, drop them in. So let's see where we are. So Apple took a really nice gap down. Apple was one of our candidates today, right, in market mornings. I've got that sheet here too. So Apple, we were looking at a bear call spread above 147 or 149, depending what we were able to get. As we moved back up into that 147 and rolled over, 146 quarter, right? I like it, right? I would have been looking at that 149 and had the opportunity to pick up some great premium on it. So right now they're down, and the reason we had them on our list is COVID in China. 40 to 60%. I heard two different reports, so I don't know what one is right. 40 to 60% of reduction in a certain phone, the new phone they've got out, because they can't get components. All right. So that's what drove them down today. We're looking at that 144 level and that 142 level to the downside. So if you're in the trade off of that 146, that's awesome. 144 and then 141.72, we call it 142. All right. Brenda's asking for Qs. Q. See the whole fib. Nice. All right. So we have that same type of sideways pattern in Qs. And we're doing the SPX. We broke down below the 8 right now. We're in a bullish neutral bias at this point. So Brenda, the downside view is very ugly for me. I got to get down below the 21 before I'm doing anything. So I need to be down below 281 before taking any kind of bearish trade. Where I would love to see us make it back to the 283 and get back up above the 285 and take the entry there. Bullish. Just got to be careful with the lower highs. That's my only concern, is those lower highs. We want to take out this previous high from 2 days ago. This was what, Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday. I want to take that Wednesday high out first. All right? You are quite welcome. Right? You're quite welcome. So guys, I'm going to leave it at this. I'm going to leave the room open for a little bit. You guys take advantage of the links that Lee dropped in there, which are both for Brandon's training and for Amelia's. With that, have a great rest of your day. God bless, and I will see all of you at our next update. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye for now.